Hello and welcome back to ManVFilm. It's time to look at Arrow's July releases. Let's dive in and have a look. First up, we have Crumb Catcher. Two married couples collide in Chris Scotch-DePaul's beautifully shot and wonderfully wild Crumb Catcher, a truly unique and dark, funny home invasion thriller. After blacking out during his wedding night, Shane and his new wife Leah head to a remote house for their honeymoon. Their plans to find a wedded bliss, are hampered when there's a knock at the door. It's the waiter, John, and the bartender, Rose, from the reception, blackmailing Shane for something he can't remember doing. This tension escalates as soon emerges that the blackmailers don't just want money, they're after business partners for their invention, a revolutionary device called the Crumb Catcher. Sounds kind of quirky, kind of indie film. Probably something I'd be interested in watching, maybe on Arrow Player. We've got a high-def Blu-ray presentation, 5.1 surround sound, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, new commentary by the director, Catching Crumbs, the making of, a 38-minute behind-the-scenes feature, The Egg and the Hatchet, a short film by the director, Camp Out, another short film by the director, trailer, collector's booklet, and reversible sleeve. Yeah, like I said, one I'd like to see at some point. Next up, we have the Night Watch collection. Law student Martin works as a night watchman at the morgue to help fund his studies, while a spate of grisly murders is shaking Copenhagen. His newly found night duties and friendship with the devil-may-care Yen put a strain on his relationship with his girlfriend Kalinka. But when Inspector Worma begins to suspect he may be behind the killings, Martin must race to find the real killer and clear his name. Set 30 years after the first film, Night Watch, Demons Are Forever sees Martin's daughter Emma following in his footsteps, working nights at the Copenhagen morgue to understand the events that shook her father so deeply. But then a new series of murders begin in a twisted echo of the past, and Martin must face his trauma head-on and team up with Emma to stop history from repeating itself. I remember seeing clips of Night Watch. I remember it more for the Ewan McGregor remake that was done. I can't really remember that film either too much. I had no idea there was a sequel, which I think came out last year, the year before. We've got a Blu-ray presentation of both films, lossless 5.1 DTS audio, English subtitles for both films, reversible sleeve, poster, booklet, and we also have audio commentary on the first film, a newly filmed interview with the director, Death in Denmark, Appreciation of Night Watch, and Nordic Noir by Barry Forshaw, and a making of documentary. And then the second disc has How the Night Watch Films explores the horrors of adulthood, and Life and Death on Mars, Public and Private Life in the Night Watch Universe, new essay. Night Watch was really lauded when it came out, so much so that it got like a quick Hollywood remake, so it's definitely something I'd be interested in checking out at some point. Then we have Narc on 4K. Now this was previously a US only release. In wintry Detroit, narcotics cop Nick Tellis is recovering from an undercover operation gone wrong. In the hopes of being assigned a quiet desk job, he agrees to return to active duty and partner up with Detective Henry Oak to investigate the apparent murder of Oak's former partner. As both men become lost in the depths of the case, boundaries become blurred and their relationship begins to break down between intense personal and unsettling suspicions. So you get a 4K remastered by Arrow, a reversible sleeve, poster, illustrated booklet, and then a wealth of extras, it seems. So we have the 4K transfer, the original stereo in Dolby Atmos, English subtitles, archival commentary with the director and editor, and introduction from the director. This too had the Blu-ray and the bulk of the extras: Shattering the Blue Line, interview with Carnahan; Shooting Narc, video essay on the look of Narc; If You Live Another Day, an interview with actor Krista Bridges; The Journey of Costume, interview with the costume designer; Making Deal, a vintage promotional featurette; The Visual Trip, another vintage promotional featurette; The Friedkin Connection, vintage promotional featurette; Shooting Up, another vintage promotional featurette; Vintage Electronic Press Kit, theatrical trailer and image gallery, and this is also available on Blu-ray as well. If you haven't seen Narc, amazing film, great performances, great story. It's one of those ones I can watch over and over again. I have a Blu-ray already. I'm not sure I would upgrade it. Then we have Cobra Limited Edition 4K. A crazed killer, a woman in danger, a city in fear. Lieutenant Marion Cobra Cobretti is the man the LAPD calls when standard police procedure just isn't enough. Witness to a bloody murder, Ingrid Knudsen finds herself a target and is placed under Cobretti's protection. But repeated attempts in her life lead Cobretti to believe it's not just the work of one lone psycho wreaking bloody havoc across LA, but a murderous cult with plans for a new world order. I haven't seen Cobra in years, and I only remember certain lines from it or certain fragments of a sequence. I would love to know if it's one that's worth revisiting. Really can't remember it too much at all. A brand new 4K restoration from the original camera negative by Arrow. It's a 4K presented in Dolby Vision and HDR10 compatible. Lossless 2.0, 4.0 and DTS 5.1 audio options. English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. New commentary by Kim Newman and Nick DeSermelin. New commentary by Joss Nelson and Martin Perdler. Archival commentary by the director. TV version of the film featuring deleted and alternate scenes, presented for the first time on home video, which is standard def only. Slashing the Night Away, new interview with composer. Dark Glasses, Violence and Robots, new visual essay. White Line Nightmare, new visual essay by Martin Quintero. Stalking and Slashing, archival interview with Brian Thompson. Meeting the Disease, archival interview with Marco Rodriguez. Feel the Heat, another archival interview. Double Crossed, another one. Work of art, again. The Making of Cobra 1986 feature. Teaser trailers, theatrical trailer, TV spots, image gallery, reversible sleeve, collector's booklet, double-sided poster, all these extras, but not a Blu-ray included with this 4K. Let me know in the comment box whether you think this is worth picking up. Next we have Zombie Flesh Eaters. This is the art original from the Arrow Store exclusive, and there is also a new slipcover and standard in the edition for everybody. I kind of like this artwork a lot. An abandoned boat in New York Harbor unleashes a dead, flesh-crazed zombie cargo. A young American woman and a journalist investigate a tropical island where a deadly disease is making the dead walk. Soon, thoughts of getting to the bottom of the murderous curse will be forgotten, as filches of walking corpses overwhelm the living, and reports come in that the Big Apple is swimming with the living dead. We have a 4K restoration from the original 2-perf Tenescope negative. It's presented in 4K Dolby Vision HDR10. We have English, Italian front and end titles. Original lossless English and Italian mono. English and Dolby Atmos audio. Optional remixed lossless Italian DTS 7.1 audio. English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. English subtitles for the Italian soundtrack. Brand new commentary by critics Eugenio Ercolani, Troy Howarth and Nathaniel Thompson. Audio commentary by screenwriter Elsa Brigante. And these are kind of older. These are all, I won't go through all these extras because they're all transported from the previous release. I'm a fan of Zombie Flesh Eaters, but I have the Blue Underground. I just don't know if I would pick up another version. Finally, my pick of this month, because I just can't get enough, the wonderful, wonderful stuff. Young Jason seems to be the only one who doesn't love the stuff. In fact, he won't go anywhere near it after having seen the pudding crawling around in the fridge one night. What's more, everyone who eats the stuff has started acting really weird. Now teaming up with a wisecracking industrial saboteur, Mo, Jason must put a stop to the stuff and the organisation behind it, or face a gooey, gloopy demise. I absolutely love this Larry Cohen bonkers film. It is so much fun. You get Michael Moriarty, who is terrific in the movie, and there's just this satirical edge to this one that just is delicious. Yeah, 2-disc 4K limited edition contents, reversible sleeve, illustrated collector's booklet, brand new 4K restoration by Arrow Films from the original camera negative, 4K presentation in Dolby Vision HDR10, lossless English 1.0 mono, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. We have a brand new commentary by writer David Flint and Adrian Smith, and it looks like a lot of extras that were on the previous release. In the pre-release version, which is a Blu-ray limited edition exclusive, there's an early pre-release cut of the film featuring over 30 minutes of additional footage and a different score exclusively remastered by Arrow Films. That makes it really interesting to me. It's lossless 1.0 mono and English subtitles for the hard of hearing. It's a terrific film. It's bonkers. It's out there. It's one that I'm after. If you have a look at everything for this month, Narc and Zombie Flesh Eaters are UK only. The Night Watch, Crumb Catchers, Cobra and The Stuff are for all regions. My pick of the bunch, like I said, is The Stuff. If money was no option, I'd probably pick up Zombie Flesh Eaters just because I love that film and I've bought it way too many times already. And I'm kind of curious about Night Watch. Narc, I already have. Cobra, I just can't remember too much about it at all. I know it was kind of like an 80s staple, but for some reason, completely vacated my mind. I'd love to know your thoughts on these announcements, what you plan to pick up, what you think is a standout release for this month. Let me know in the comment box below. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, ManVFilm.com, always, in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.